Greetings to everyone. In this video, I will explain you chapter 6, The Elves and the Shoemaker from your English fairy book. This chapter is on page number 79. Elf. Who is Elf? Elf is a short height person who has some magic powers. Yes, like fairies. Elf also have magic powers. And this story is about a poor shoemaker, a person who makes shoe, and his life changes when magic happens. And what was that magic? For that we have to read this story. So let us find out. So this shoemaker used to live with his wife, and he was very honest and hardworking person. But as he had not enough money to run his livelihood, he faced great difficulty. Sometimes he only had single piece of bread in the whole day. And one day the shoemaker saved some money, and with that money he bought a piece of leather. Because he was a shoemaker, with that leather he thought he will prepare a pair of shoe, and he will sell them, and with that he will earn some money. So he decided to make the shoes the next day. For that he prepared the leather. Like, he cutted the leather as per the length of the shoes, and he left all the things on his work table. And he thought that he will prepare the new pair of shoe in the next morning. So that night he slept, leaving all his material left on his work table. Next day he was very happy and prepared, that he was thinking that he will prepare the new pair of shoe with that cut piece of leather which he left on his work table. So he had his breakfast and he entered his workroom. When he entered his room, and what he saw on his work table, there was a new beautiful pair of fancy shoes. But he only left the cut piece of leather. He didn't prepare the shoes last night. But on the table in front of his eyes, he found a new fancy shoes. So the shoemaker was very surprised. He went to call his wife. When he told everything to his wife, she also could not believe it. So the shoemaker brought his wife to the room. When she saw the shoe, she was also so surprised. So the shoemaker took the shoes, and he started praising the shoes because those shoes were so fancy. They were prepared with very neat and tidy stitches. Now in the shoes there are stitches. So those stitches were so nice, and he was so emotional when he saw those fancy shoes, because though by selling those that pair of shoe, he can earn good money, and now he can have enough food to eat. So he thanked God for this magic, for this miracle. Miracle means magic. And he displayed that pair of shoe on the window shelf, so that the visitor may see the shoe and buy it. So the same happened, that a rich merchant was passing by the shoemaker's window. He saw the shoes, and he bought them with while paying a good price for that shoes. So after the long time, the shoemaker and his wife was able to have proper food, because now they have money, so they could have enough food for them. And with the leftover money, the shoemaker bought more leather to make another two pair of shoes. So he cut and shaped the leather for the shoes with great love and care. And by the evening, he was tired. Then he thought that he will leave all this material on the table only, and he will prepare the shoes in the next day. So he left the material, cut piece of leather, thread and nails on the table along with scissor, and he left the room and slept in his bedroom. Then the next morning, when he woke up, he bathed and prayed. He ate his simple breakfast and stepped into the room where he used to work. Lo and behold, once again he found two stylish pairs of shoes waiting for him on his work table. Lo and behold is an interjection, student, like we use the word wow, oh God. So, in this way, lo and behold is also an interjection. Again, instead of the cut piece of leather, thread, scissor, and other nails, he found two new stylish pair of shoes. But the last night he left only the cut piece of leather. Na, he didn't prepare the shoes. But in the morning he found the new pair of shoes. With a prayer on his lips and a tear in his eyes, now the shoemaker was very emotional to see that someone is helping him in his bad time. So he prayed God, he thanked God for this for this luck, and he uh, thanked God, and he was very emotional. Then that day, two more rich clients bought the shoes at a very good price. उस दिन टू अदर रिच क्लाइंट्स ने उसके शूज़ अच्छे प्राइस में खरीद लिए, परचेज कर लिए. अगेन द shoemaker bought more leather. Now the shoemaker had enough money now after selling the another two pair of shoe. So he bought more leather and left in the room. The next day he found four pairs of attractive new shoes on his work table. This is really a miracle, na? This is really a magic that he leave the material on his table, and on the next morning he found the finished product. Like, if what just imagine if you leave the cake material, batter of cake material, and the next day you found a prepared cake, yummy cake on your table, then you will feel so happy now. But here the shoemaker is very poor. He need help, and instead of begging, he himself tried to work hard and prepare shoes, because he had skill in preparing shoes. So he made shoes and sell them. So the shoemaker was very happy, as he was not having enough money to even buy arrange food for him. But now, after selling shoes, he could earn money, and he was able to also have food and buy more leather and sell more shoes. So if he will sell more shoes, he will earn more money. So in the same way, this happened for many more days. He used to buy leather. He left leather on his work table, leave the room, and the next morning he used to find the prepared shoes, finished shoes, and he used to sell them in the market and earn money. But the shoemaker was not aware that who is helping him, because nobody came in front of him. Soon the shoemaker became quite rich. He could buy lots of leather and make many pair of shoes at once. So now the shoemaker was able to make many pair of shoes. Before Christmas, the shoemaker's wife suggested they find out who was helping them with the shoes that night. So before the Christmas day, the shoemaker wife asked him, let's find out that who is helping us, because now we have earned enough money, we don't need help. We should find out who is helping us and we should help them. So because nobody was coming in front of them, that the person who is helping them was not coming in front of them, so they decided to hide behind the curtain of that workroom that day and find out who is helping them. Right after midnight, the window opened and two small elves entered the rooms. So when the couple was hiding behind the curtain, they did not make any sound, they were silent. What they noticed, that at the midnight the window opened and two small elves entered their room, and they were dressed in a very dirty and torn cloth. Their clothes were not new, they were in very old clothes, and they sang and hummed to themselves and worked on the pieces of leather that were sitting on the table. So these are the only person who were helping the shoemaker. When the shoemaker used to leave the room and leave the material on his table for shoes, these elves used to enter behind him and they used to prepare the shoes. So they were elves, they were not humans, they were having magic. So they have magic in their hands, that's why they were able to prepare beautiful pair of shoes, fancy shoes. And they their nature, how do they behave, they used to sang and hum, they never talked to each other, they just sang in themselves and worked on the pieces of leather which used to kept on the table of shoemaker, and they used to prepare the shoes and leave the room. When this on that day, shoemaker and his wife were watching all this, and they were so thankful, so grateful, and they were looking everything, that how these elves are making the shoes, and they silently helped them, thanked them, but they did not move so as not to scare the elves, because they did not wanted that elves should see them or scared of them, that somebody is watching them. So they kept hiding behind the curtains. The next day, the shoemaker and his wife cut bits of cloth and made little clothes for the elves, because the elves were wearing old clothes. So the shoemaker and his wife decided to thank the elves and give them a new pair of clothes and shoes. So that night they put the new clothes on the work table and left the room. So the shoemaker and his wife left a new cloth for those two elves, because they were wearing old clothes. So they thought to gift the new clothes to elves. That's why they instead of leaving the leather, they leave clothes this time for the elves. After a while, the elves came as usual, looking for the pieces of leather that the shoemaker would have left behind. That night, again, as the daily routine, the elves came on the time and tried to find out the material for the shoes, but they could not find it. Instead of that, they saw the clothes lying on the table for them. The elves were very happy, extremely happy, very happy. They took the clothes and jumped through the window, singing and dancing merrily. They found they found the new clothes, and they understood that these clothes are for them. They were so happy. They wore it. They wore their clothes and danced, sang the song, and jumped out from the window, vanished from the window. The shoemaker and his wife thanked them silently. So, in this way, as the elves were helping the shoemaker silently, the shoemaker also thanked them silently without coming in front of them. The shoemaker and his wife helped them silently. Now the shoemaker had enough money, and he could employ a few men to work for him. So now the shoemaker was quite rich, that he could also give work to other men to work for him. So he hired other people to make shoes. So he gave work to other person also in this way, because now he was rich, and he can give job to other needy person. So he did that. He was never poor again, and in this way the shoemaker was never poor again. He used to make shoes and sell them at a good price, and all this credit goes to these two elves who helped the shoemaker while preparing the new stylish shoes, and which was liked by the clients, and they paid good amount to the shoemaker. And this way the shoemaker became so rich, he gave job to other needy person. And though the elves never came back, since that day the elves never returned back. Since when the elves received the clothes in place of the shoes material, the elves never returned back to shoemaker's house. The shoemaker and his wife knew they were somewhere helping other poor people. Shoemaker and his wife understood that why the elves are not coming back to their room, because now those elves are helping other needy person, the other people who may need their help in their bad times. So these elves were the messengers of God, who used to help the people who are suffering. The shoemaker and his wife were very kind hearted and honest and hard working also. In this chapter, students, we learned that at our bad times also we should be patient, and we should believe in God, and we should never stop working hard, and we should not be greedy. You see that the shoemaker was not greedy. He was always humble and always thankful to God for helping him. And when he earned enough money, he thanked God to elves, and he didn't expect any more help from the elves. So this is a very beautiful story. I hope you all liked it. Read this story, try to underline the difficult words, and also understand and learn the meaning of them. See you in the next class, students. We will discuss the book exercise and question answers. Till then, take care.